Alright, hi everybody, it's Mithu Rahman of zestyblue.com. Hope everybody's keeping well today. Since our last video, a few people have been asking me about a comment I made about leadership and leadership qualities. What makes a good leader? Well, there's lots of books on this subject, loads of stuff on websites. Feel free to go and look them up. There's the top 5 qualities, the top 10 qualities, so on and so forth. Personally, I think it actually comes down to one simple, straightforward quality, and that is integrity, or as a friend of mine calls it, authenticity. Are you the same person on the outside as you are on the inside, and is that obvious to everyone? Do you mean what you say, and do you say what you mean? You put all that together, those are pretty much the things that make you a person who is a leader, because you are somebody who can be trusted, and it is evident that you can be trusted. It's October 2012, and next month is going to be an election in America, the presidential election. Now, without making this a particularly political statement, I would always vote for Obama over Mitt Romney. Basically because anybody who's followed it at all will notice that Mitt Romney will talk about something to some audiences, and then the next day he'll go to another audience and say something completely different. He's been caught on camera doing this loads of times. I'm sorry, you can't trust somebody like that. If you can't trust somebody, then how can they possibly be a leader? I was talking to a friend of mine in America recently, and she was telling me about how much she was getting a bit annoyed about her workplace. She felt it was very negative. As to why this was, and she basically said that there was a lot of backbiting going on, what they refer to in America as trash talk, so a lot of gossip going on. Now, everyone likes gossip. What's wrong with gossip? In fact, it's the growing, it's the fastest growing section in the printed media world. I work in a GP surgery as a doctor. We have a waiting room, and in that waiting room is absolutely full of magazines which are all about celebrities and gossip, and people love it. They lap it up. What's wrong with a bit of gossip? Well, here's the problem. Imagine that you come to me and you're saying, "Oh, I got loads of juicy gossip to tell you. Can't wait to fill you in." And then you spend the next half an hour telling me about people we know, and they've done this and they've done that, and and oh, isn't it dreadful, and it's shocking, but it's amusing at the same time, and it was a nice time to pass nice way to pass the time while you're having your coffee and whatever. But that's not what I'm thinking. I'm not sitting there thinking, wow, this is, it's very juicy gossip, all this kind of thing. Actually, I'm thinking, well, you're going to go away from here, and maybe even later on today, you're going to meet up with another friend of mine, and aren't you going to do the same thing about me? Aren't you going to just go and tell them, oh, look, I met Mithu, and guess what he said, and da 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 da. Well, that's not going to put you in a trustworthy position. I'm not going to be thinking, I want to be open and honest with you and tell you about things that I'm thinking, tell you about things that I'm feeling or what's happening in my life, because you're just going to go and trash talk me to someone else. You immediately go down in my estimation. You are no longer a person of trust, and if you're not a person of trust, then you certainly can't be a leader. So what am I saying from all of this? Well, the bottom line is that integrity and authenticity is where it's coming from, okay? To be authentic, you have to be the same person on the outside as you are on the inside. This will be true in the work environment, or the home environment, or pretty much any environment. People will respect you if you are clear on what you say, you mean what you say, and you do as you say. You put all that together, and that makes you a person of greatness. More than if you're wearing fancy clothes, more than if you've got the smart watch on, and more than if you appear to have all the trappings of wealth. These things do not command respect. And respect is what it all comes down to. Whether you're rich or poor, if you command respect, then you will be a person of greatness, and that will make you a great person in yourself, as well as to other people. So, our thought for today: if you want to be a leader, be authentic. Be the person that is trustworthy. And we'll talk about this in some other blogs, but in the meantime, go out there and be great, and live your life with zest. See you guys.